Assalamu alaikum students, teachers and parents and my fellows, how are you? I hope you are fine. As usual, teacher as a coach, I have selected a very wonderful topic for yourself. Attitude. You know well, attitude is everything. If anywhere you want to go, you make a plan, you have the purpose, you have the motives, what you need to attain these things. Only one thing. The thing is attitude. You change your attitude, you can gain everything which you like it. I will give you an example. What is attitude? Look at this. It's a paper, white paper. Look at the both sides. And now look at this. First this, and then this. Now look at this. It's the one form of the attitude. Look at the condition of the paper. Looking very fine, very nice. Even I have fold the paper, and now look at this. It's also still has a fine condition, and we can utilize this in very simple way. It's a positive side of the attitude. And the second one is, now look at this. It is also kind of the attitude. It shows the negativity. So all things are dependent on our attitudes. Today I will tell you how we can improve our attitude. Attitude is the manner, disposition, feelings and positions about a person or things. Tendency or orientation, especially in mind. Attitudes are the learned predispositions toward the aspects of our environment. They may be positively, negatively directed towards the certain people, service or institution. My dear students, characteristic of attitudes are the complex combination of things we call personality, beliefs, values, behavior and the motivation all people respectively of their status, intelligence, hold attitude. An attitude exists in every person's mind. It helps to define our identity, guide our actions and influence we judge people. Attitude causes us to behave in a particular way towards an object or a person. It may be positive or negative and may be affected by age, position and education. My dear fellows, attitudes are thought to have three components: an affective component, a behavior component of the attitude and behavior, and the cognitive components. Belief in knowledge. Attitude is the evaluation of a person, an idea, an object. May different factors can influence how attitude change. The thing is that how we can change our attitude, it's all depend on the conditions. But one thing keep in our mind, we have some distressful positions. Distressful position means the difficult positions, but we pre-plan what we will do at that time. That's biggest, you can say, the notion we have in our mind, what we will do at that time when we have the pressure in ourselves. Now, three types of the attitudes are job satisfaction, job involvement, and organization commitment. Number one, I have told you the job satisfaction. If you are satisfied with your job, maybe there's some, you can say there's some good salary, smart salary, and maybe you have some major salary, but you are satisfied with your job, you can handle very critical situation so easy. The second one is the job environment and organizational. If you move to somewhere, some institutions, If you have the positive attitude, you can make a friend to others. You can make a friendly environment and some cooperation and the fellowship. This sort of the mind you have, you can create a wonderful environment around yourself. Function, the four functions of the attitudes are adjustment function, ego defense function, value expressive function, knowledge function. Now I will discuss the barriers. What's the barriers to change the behavior, to change the attitude? Employees' attitudes can be changed, and sometimes it is in the best interest of the management to try to do so. I am also, as a teacher, when I moved to my school, suddenly, let's see, the negatives move to forward to negatively. So the admins, to understand why the employees who is doing the job here, why is thinking negatively, admin must check it. For example, if employees believes that the employer does not look after their welfare, the management should try to change employees' attitude and develop a more positive attitude towards them. However, the process of the changing the attitude is not always easy. Actually, the barrier or the limits that prevent the organization from achieving its predetermined goals. So every organization should be aware of these and should take corrective action. How to change the attitude? Yes, the thing is that how to change the attitude. Let's see, we look at our class. Yeah, as a teacher, I am now telling you. First of all, you can ask about the students' backgrounds there. You ask about their father, mother, brothers, siblings, and environment, friends, and look at which sort of which sort of students play with the other students at the break time, in the classroom sometime, to talk to some gossip there with other friends, to check every minutes of the students' movements, and even you make a diary and write some negative points of the students and the positive points of the students, and then after this, when you search it these things, you talk to your students, and then you can change the attitude of your students, and then you can think positively. Attitude can be changed if we different a negative attitude from positive attitude. Positive attitude can bring the positive change in life, no doubt about. Positive change bring some positive things in your mind. If you think negative, your body is not performing well, your eyes not see well, not observe well, your mind not think some creativity work, your hands not moving well if you think negative. You try it, you do the experiment in your class. I daily try this formula. In this way, you can teach well, you make a plan well. Bring the positive change in your life. It is the different to change the attitude, but with some efforts, if we can be done, the individual from the culturally deprived environment who holds a near social factors. Yeah, social factor is the main reason. The mostly students not belong to you can say the high class, and you can say elite class. They live in not very good areas. They are not very rich people, they belong to very rich families. So we think that why a student think negative. If you have the power, you understand some personality level of the students, you can teach well. Even the student who has the demoralized due to some family background problems there, in this way you can lift your students so easily. Personal experience, media, educational, religious institutions, physical factors, economic status, and occupation. These all the things are effect on a person's life, a student's life. Barriers to change the attitudes are proper commitment, insufficient information, balance and consistency, lack of the resources, improper reward system, resistance to change. Last 4 days I have applied a formula. The new session started now. I made in the previous days I made some prizes, book prizes for my students. In the very first day, I write tag and put on the prizes. What I write it? I write the best behavior student of the class, best intelligent student of the class, best sportsman, best behavior, best, you can say the best planner of the class. I give the prize, I make a very good pictures with my mobile, and even I paste in the social media there, even the groups there. You believe that what's the difference? Parents are so happy. Students who has got, you can say, prize, he talks so positively. So if you want to change the attitude of your students, please give a simple price, not very, you can say, the expensive and the valuable. Even you can just buy a pencil and a pen, maybe the razor and so on. You present very effectively, and you can say you make a good plan there, even the applause to the students, clapping for the students. But it's not the one-day game. It's not, you can say, that just one day you can make a plan and say it's okay. No, the whole years, regularly. In this way you can change the student's mind. Of hostile attitudes may change, or often he is given education opportunity. Attitude can be changed by a variety of ways of changing attitudes. Number one, listen. New information will have to change attitude. Negative attitudes are mainly formed owing to insufficient information. Attitude may be changed through the direct experience and other. Why in which attitude can be changed is by the resolving discrepancies between change of attitudes can come through there of friends or peers. Attitudes may change through legislation. What's the conclusions now? I will tell you. Listen carefully. Finally, we can say that the attitude or the, you can say, the measurement statements, favorable or unfavorable, related to the person, object, or the events. Although there are some the difference regarding attitude based on the above opinions, it can be concluded that the attitude is a state of in which man moves to act or do anything is responsible to a situation or condition of the sub-object in the surrounding environment. If you want to change the attitude of a person or students, dear parents, my beloved students, and my fellows and the respected teachers, first of all, you change your own attitude. You first apply the things which you want to apply to your students, to others. If you think that what you thinking, it's not mean that it's all time or the correct, all time is the positive, all time the beneficials, all time has advantages. No, maybe sometime it's going to wrong.